Hi, I'm Sammy, and today I wanted to make a video on the pros and cons of transitioning to natural hair. So, for those of you that don't know, I had a Japanese straightener in my hair, and I'm growing out the straightener, and I'm transitioning to my natural hair. And I just wanted to make a video on the pros and cons because it was kind of a scary thing for me to think about going back to my natural hair, but then it was an exciting thing at the same time to think about having my own texture back. So I had been thinking about the pros and cons, and I wondered if maybe other people have too, and I wanted to share mine and see if you wanted to share yours as well. We can support each other that way. So I think I'll go through the pros first. Okay, so the first pro for me of not straightening my hair anymore with chemicals, or I guess at all, just to wear it curly, is to not have flat hair anymore because I have very, very fine hair, and when I wear it straight, it's so flat on top. Like there's no volume, right? It's just flat, and I don't think that suits my face very well. So no more flat hair. Yay! I remember always telling the person that was straightening my hair, like, is there a way to just give it more volume on top? But with fine hair, it's just hard to do that. So to wear it straight just makes it more flat. So no more flat hair. And of course, having healthy hair, not having hair I'm risking breakage. I know that my sister, when she had this Japanese straightener done to her hair last, the person that did it just left it on too long, and when they went to rinse to wash her hair just broke off. Almost all of it just broke off. So it's a risk. Those are serious chemicals, and it's a risk to have somebody, you have to really trust somebody to let them put those chemicals on your hair. So to have healthy hair and not risk damage and breakage is another pro. And I think, of course, the biggest one is to just learn to love and accept ourselves as we are. And as a mother, I think modeling that for my child is probably the biggest pro for me, is just living that, just showing my child that just the way that we were born, that we're perfect the way that we were born. So that is, I think there are other pros, of course. I do think that whatever you want to call it, nature, God, life, the universe, gives us just what is right for us, and it's just learning to work with that. So I guess that's another pro, is just enjoying what we have, what we've been given. So I think there are others, but those are the main ones. So now I'm going to talk about some of the cons. Okay. For me, the biggest challenge of transitioning to my natural hair is just how inconsistent, unpredictable it can be. My natural texture with straight hair, especially with the chemical relaxer, it really didn't matter what I did to it. It really did. What shampoo I used didn't matter. If it was windy outside, it didn't matter. Humidity didn't matter. Like weather, nothing mattered. It looked the same every single day. Except for, of course, when my roots were growing in, that made a difference, but that was so minimal. It just was reliable, consistent, predictable. And for me, who I struggle with anxiety, so control is really important to me, and it felt like I had some control over some part of my life, in a way it's very superficial, but it felt comforting to just have something that was predictable and reliable and consistent. So curly hair is not that, or I shouldn't say curly, I guess it could be just any texture that's not, I don't know, maybe with straight hair that's not naturally straight, it's not reliable and predictable and consistent either, but I do think it's more so, as my guess. So, my curly hair is it's very, I don't want to say it's sensitive, but I guess maybe it is. It's very responsive to the water that's touching it, like the conditioner, the shampoo, any product that's touching it, the weather, anything. It's just so extra responds to everything. So I can't predict, what day to day it's going to be like. And I think with textured hair too, I guess this is another con, although it's similar to the not having predictable hair, is, I might think it's looking a certain way for a good part of the day, just how I saw it last in the mirror, and then I walk by a mirror and it's like, what happened to my hair? Why does it look like this? It didn't look like this, a few hours ago. So it's just that the changes that happen, I guess, with natural hair, it just changes throughout the day. And day to day, I can do the same thing to it to try to style it, and it looks different every day. And as I'm sitting here thinking about this and talking about this with you, I'm kind of realizing that in a way, even though I've said this is a negative thing or a con of transitioning to my natural texture, that in a way it's kind of a pro too, because it's a lesson in surrendering to, like, not trying to control everything and just surrendering to what is in the moment. Like, okay, this is what my hair is going to do today, and just surrendering to that and letting that be. So I definitely think that that life gave me this texture to teach me a lesson in surrender and not trying to control things and just letting things be as they are. So I guess that is a pro and a con, this whole inconsistent, unpredictable thing. Okay, so I know that there are other pros and cons, but I'm trying to keep these videos short and to the point. And so I'm going to leave it there. I'd love to know what your pros and cons are if you feel like you'd like to share. And thank you so much for stopping by and spending this time to watch my video and be along on this hair journey with me. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.